Where are they? Where are they from? This is their cell numbers if we want to call them. If we want to go into this family and see, more about this family, we can drill down into a level. This is a questionnaire level. So he's an IDP, yes. He's from Bajor. This is a new question that's been added. We are now people have to call them to confirm when have they arrived. For example, here they have left because of conflict. This is more detailed information here on their family. So this is the names. His male is 40. His wife name, she's 39. They have number of kids here. This can speak Pashto. They have ID cards. So all this information by family is available, and then we can go into more detail into assessment. Are they selling food? Are they purchasing food? If the house has been damaged, what is the wash? Do they have latrine? How the water is coming to them? So it can go into a family level that we don't have profiling available to everyone. Right now we wait for months. Even OCHA don't get the entire registration database. We have to go after NADRA, we have to go after SSG, other people. So if you have to respond, this way we can't say these are 500 families, somebody needs to respond to it. If somebody has something, go for it. So we can provide you by name. So anyway, just to give you an example how this works, once the call center is established, call center is also linked to this. Let me go a little bit step back. How do we work? For example, if we say interim clearing, once we get the data, we get it into this form. This is the McRAM team and the technical guys. They're sitting together. This is how they receive the data. Take a few seconds to load. Okay, anything yellow is basically we have already pre-fed the union council names, the entire administrative structure. It is showing in orange that we have some problem in the names of these villages as well. Shero Jangi, can be written 10 times as well. So we're trying to standardize this. Red shows the ID card is not available, which is okay, but we would still call them and verify we do not have ID card. So we can still do that. Yellow is a number missing from my enumerator. This is already this is a lot of people who were registered in social welfare registration. If the numbers are missing, NADRA actually tells them this is an invalid number. They don't get a second chance. So we will actually call them and say, okay, can you be a reader of the card, NIC card. Once you click in, the barcode is read and the information is extracted. If you have a fake card, the barcode will not work. This is something we work with NADRA. So we are trying to get rid of the whole NADRA verification as well. So before WFP actually gives food, we will be doing that. Because before that, okay, they are not getting any, for other organizations, I don't think there is a requirement if the NIC is valid or not. However, we will say, if you need to check, we can give you that technology. It costs you not more than $2,000. You can have it wherever you want. It's a card that you plug in and you get the information. The NADRA card actually contains all the information within your card. So once you plug it in, you will get in Urdu all the information, NIC card, name, father's name, address, permanent address, all this information is available. Anyway, over here we edit basically the database, make it consistent so we can actually have it by union councils are right, the NIC numbers are correct. So at this level, this is the raw data. Then we call it interim clear, then cleared before it gets to a point. And this process takes not more than 4 days. Okay. Just to show you quickly, once these things once they're cleared, they'll come to this process, we'll call it protection filter. Here the vulnerability criteria will be implemented. In us, we have to clear it. Status, all of these are clearing, it has to come to the protection filter level before we can implement this. Criteria has been finalized. I think in one week's time we will run a check on this 10,000 or the entire database that we have to see how the criteria works. Because we want to make sure it captures the actual vulnerability as well. Then we might need to do some spot checks at the field level with that data as well.
Some verification.
Some verification as well. Okay, I'll stop here because I can go a lot into this, but if you can have questions.
The main power into this. Most of the people are very good and highly qualified, I think, in terms of anything to do. The only problem that this is the data and the survey, they need aptitude. This is very important. If you don't have the aptitude of data, like I'm very good scholar, a doctor, but I have no aptitude to the data, I will never like. And if I don't like, my performance in data will not be good. This is one thing which everybody has to keep in mind. The second thing that the survey techniques people develop over a period of time. Not if you train somebody maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, again he will not be able to have good understanding of the collection of data. So this is a process you have to learn to the process, not the problem of the enumerators. So what immediately we could do that I decided that okay, use the same team because they are now good people, and we should have to train them on that after 1 week. But there is 2 days break, so then on Friday everybody try to go home quickly. You see, so then you do less work. On Monday everybody maybe they come late and maybe not very, they are not with the same tempo. So start very slowly. So they work again suffer on Monday. That's why we spend more than 1 month and we never finish Peshawar. It could be finished before 1 month. If there was a team, there was a no vacation, Saturday, Sunday off, and they continue in one go. Yeah. So I mean, you have to think about this. Also, this is also not cost effective.
There's 2 things that we're finalizing right now. One is the SMS service. We've come to an agreement with ZOM. This is going to be part of their corporate social responsibility, working with the humanitarian community. And through this SMS service, we'll be able to disseminate humanitarian messages. And also, they will also be able to get back in touch with us with queries, with issues, concerns, and this will be again fed back into the mass communication products, the FAQs, the key messages that goes out on the radio, with the newspapers, with the social mobilizers in the ground. The second thing is the call center that Fawad has briefed you about. We are, I think, good to go. Actually, we had initial issues with the procurement process, with the identifying the suppliers and the correct technology to use. But I think now we've sorted out that hurdle. So yeah, in about 15 days, I think we're good to go.
In 15 days, it will be operational.
Thank you very much for your contributions. We will send the thank you letter to you and the other documentation. LHO, IUM, UNHCR, IRC, WFP, McRAM, they all continue. We work on a single salary structure. We'll encourage the national NGOs if we can provide them some salary. But for time being, because you have just joined in, contribute from your own side. We will see if the people are good, then we can offer you the same thing later on as well. But this is a time that your team needs to join in and show your contribution to the project. Okay? And if we think your team is good enough, then we will also look into the overall picture of how we can do this. We would require 150 people for this. Once we launch mid-July, so bear in mind, we will be coming to you for areas to get more experienced people. We'll be coming to other NGOs. It will be a mixture of both. The reason we would like to keep everybody into this project is because it's very interagency right now. When we all stand together with all these logos, the government feels this is a kind of consortium building up on this, so which is good, and we would like to keep it like this. We don't like one agency becomes the custodian of this initiative. Let's start, continue to work with this. Anybody, because you're from the area, if you think students who have internship programs, who wants to join in, things like this, send their CVs to us. We'll continue to send it to the partners. We'll continue to see if they can work for long term. And I think it'll be a good experience for a lot of students who are from a social sciences background, who wants to go into this international relations, who wants to start their career into this. Any other question?
Also on this